Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Dollar, 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 dollar. Ching, ching, bling, bling, the chatter. You ain't talking money, then you're talking no matter. Ching, ching, bling, bling, patent pocket. Take the dollar, dollar, can a damn soul stop it? Here comes the new kid on the block. Hold on your bets, here's where the buck stops. See, first of all, I'm stepping out on my own. About time I elevated to claim my own throne. Success in my blood, call it homegrown. Puerto Rican testosterone. Power and money got me crazy cocky. No longer need you, poppy. I know you're mad because you can't stop me. And if you wonder how this player done scooped your honey, I think she smell my cologne, it's called brand new money. Making major moves, making a damn thing funny. Pimpin' hood rats to playboy bunnies. They see the... They see it, they see it. Say what? Money. I'm global dollar, dollar, and roll without 50. Like to go out smelling fresh and looking spiffy. Don't like clean money, I want my wrist to be filthy. Plus with that retirement fund, I can't touch till I'm 60. So what am I supposed to do? Roll and do. Steady patting them pockets, sell them, stacking, holding two. Ching, ching, bling, bling.
Hello everybody and welcome to the WWE Universe, and once again another WWE pay-per-view has come and gone, and that is WWE Extreme Rules. As we all know, the Extreme Rules season has finally came and gone, and it brought to us some very, very unique moments that you'll certainly not forget. Now, let's have a look at the results, shall we? So we kick things off with Big Cass from the team Swerved, who obviously his partner Enzo Amore is still recovering from a concussion, and he confronts the Dudley Boys in a segment to kick things off in the kickoff show, and certainly a good way to impress that maybe Big Cass could be leading into a solo career whilst he's waiting for his partner to return. Certainly one possibility for Big Cass to go. And then eventually this would lead to the first of the kickoff match itself, which would be Brian Coleman versus Dolph Ziggler. And of course, Brian Coleman was able to finally beat Dolph Ziggler in a no disqualification match. So this was his first pay-per-view victory since joining the main roster, since winning at WrestleMania in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. So he certainly made an impact to win the no disqualification match. So it'll be interesting to see where Brian Coleman goes from here. Will he be in the Money in the Bank ladder match? Who knows? Anything is possible for Brian Coleman. And then we would go into a tag team tornado match where we will see the pay-per-view debut of Luke Gallows and Cole Arson, who are known as the Club, versus the Usos. And of course, the Club were able to defeat the Usos in a tornado tag. Of course, Luke Gallows used to be a member of the Straight Edge Society back when CM Punk was in WWE, but of course now he's a part of the Club, which AJ Styles made famous in TNA. So it's good to see that they've been allying with AJ Styles lately, and it may lead to some more allies for the Club. Perhaps AJ Styles may end up becoming a heel at some point. Maybe that's where they're going to be leading now that his two buddies are now, he's reunited with his two buddies in WWE. But they certainly made an impressive win over the Usos, and obviously the war hasn't ended for the Usos, Luke Gallows and Cole Arson yet, just yet. And then, of course, we would have the tag team titles match where we would see the New Day versus the Vaudevillains. This is the Vaudevillains' first tag team titles match, and they were unsuccessful in defeating the New Day, as the New Day were able to defeat the Vaudevillains in their first tag team title match. So it was certainly not their night to win the tag titles, but who knows? This might lead to a rematch for the tag titles. You never know, as these two teams have certainly got a personal rivalry going on that will certainly play into an effect. And then we will move on to the United States title match, where Kalisto would defend his US title against the Russian barbarian known as Rusev, who has finally won back his United States title. It's took him this long to finally get to his US championship again. The last time he held the title, he lost it at last year's WrestleMania by John Cena, and now he's back as the United States champion with Lana by his side. It's certainly going to be interesting to see if Randy Orton's going to show up anytime soon to perhaps challenge Rusev, because there are talks about Randy Orton challenging Rusev for the US title. So it'll be certainly interesting to see if Randy Orton does return on Monday Night Raw to get a challenge to Rusev, perhaps. Certainly be interesting to see if Randy Orton does return tonight on Raw to confront Rusev. We'll certainly find that out hopefully this evening. And then we have a fatal four-way intercontinental title match. Kevin Owens, Cesaro, Sami Zayn, and The Miz battling for the title. Miz is defending the championship, and of course, The Miz was able to win the match. That would certainly be one of the match of the year candidates, as The Miz was able to leave the match as the Intercontinental Champion after fighting three very talented stars, and of course, The Miz once again prevails over all three of them. So it'll be interesting to see where the Intercontinental title goes from here. Who does The Miz face from now? Who's going to step up against The Miz? Who knows? And it's anyone's guesses who The Miz will end up confronting next. And then, of course, we have the first Asylum match, where we would see Dean Ambrose and Chris Jericho going one-on-one in this first ever match. Unfortunately, though, for Chris Jericho, it wasn't his lucky win, because he went through hell in this match, particularly had stables in his back, which would lead to Dean Ambrose winning this crazy matchup and becoming the winner of his very own creation, the Asylum match, which will certainly be an interesting concept in the future of how this match will evolve and how many Asylum matches we'll get. Certainly be very interesting, but yeah, Dean Ambrose leaves with a victory, and Jericho left with stables in his back. Well, hopefully they should be off him by now, but yeah, it was certainly a brutal match to say for the least. And then we have Charlotte and Natalya in a submission match for the women's title, and Natalya was very, very close to winning the women's championship until Danny Brooks, who is from NXT, who recently joined the main roster, had basically dressed up as Charlotte and distracted Natalya all the way to the point where Charlotte would end up submitting Natalya and remaining women's champion. So of course, Danny Brooks would interrupt Natalya to make Natalya tap out to the figure of eight leg hold, which so it'll certainly be interesting to see how Natalya responds to Danny Brooks's interruption, and certainly will lead to those two going one-on-one for sure. And it'll be also interesting to see who Charlotte faces next for the women's title. We'll certainly be looking forward to it. It's going to be pretty good, to say for the least. And then, of course, the main event match, Roman Reigns, AJ Styles, Extreme Rules match. This match was nothing but brutal, to say for the least. And we know that AJ Styles was determined to win that championship. He would do anything to get that title. But unfortunately, though, Roman Reigns was able to defeat AJ Styles once again, would lead him to retaining the WWE World's Heavyweight title. But obviously, Roman Reigns wasn't going to celebrate for long, because guess who shows up out of nowhere? A good friend of Roman Reigns, one of his former Shield members, Seth Rollins, would show up and actually give the WWE fans the biggest shock ever by basically attacking Roman Reigns for the fans, holding the championship high, pretty much setting the tone of Money in the Bank. Perhaps a match between Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins will certainly be something we can't afford to miss. So we'll certainly be looking forward to seeing how that match will develop between Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, because remember, Seth Rollins did state, I don't care who holds the title. They'll be looking after it for me until I return. So of course, now that Seth Rollins is back, the only question is this the time for Seth Rollins to finally win back his title from his former Shield brother Roman Reigns? Anything is possible here, guys. Anything is possible. Because we're still yet to know. Is he a heel? Is he a face? Hopefully, we'll know sooner or later. Maybe Roman Reigns will become heel tonight on Raw. You never know. Now that Seth Rollins is back, it would make perfect sense for that to happen. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. How you feel of this Extreme Rules. I certainly thought it was a bit of an enjoyable night, to say for the least, and I'm certainly looking forward to this. I'm certainly looking forward to the next pay-per-view, which is taking place on the 19th of June, aka Money in the Bank. Of course, we've yet to know who's going to be in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Hopefully, we'll know about that tonight, but as far as that is concerned, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and we'll see you all for the Money in the Bank review in next month, when we find out who wins the briefcase and whether Seth Rollins can win back his WWE World's Heavyweight title against his former Shield brother Roman Reigns. So until then, I'll see you all soon.